Hey everyone, it's Bobby from Lyco Birds with another video in my Bird ID Through the Year series, and this is another quiz video, this time covering dabbling ducks. And if you've been following this series, you know the drill. I'll show you a photo, run through the field marks, and then reveal the answer. First up we have this one, and it's a female, so the plumage isn't too helpful here, but we can see it has a bit of a long neck. It's not extending it as much as it could be, but it looks somewhat long. It also has a pretty plain face and this gray bill, and just kind of an overall elegant shape to the head. It also has a slightly long pointed tail, and that makes this a northern pintail. Next we see this one is pretty compact. It has sort of this red and green, or it looks a little blue head pattern. It's got a relatively small bill and also this vertical white bar at the front of the body and this big buffy patch near the tail, which makes this a green-winged teal. Here we have one of the generic female plumages, and on this one we really don't need to go any farther than looking at the bill. Just a very massive bill on this one, which makes this a northern shoveler. Next we have another female, and this one could be a little bit trickier, but notice the all dark and slightly long bill. It also has this facial pattern with the eye line, and then these white eye arcs near the eye, and also at the front of the face you can see there's this little pale patch near the base of the bill, which makes this a blue-winged teal. And on this one you can see the overall very elegant shape with the brown head, the gray bill, the white that kind of comes up the side of the head, and also this very long pointed tail, which makes this a northern pintail. And this one is pretty distinctive looking. You can see the very intricate plumage. There's some red in the bill, and it has this sort of drooping crest off the back of the head. This is a wood duck. And for this one, notice the gray bill with the dark tip, and the facial pattern is relatively plain, but it does have sort of smudgy dark markings here near the eye, and you can see the side is sort of this burnt orange color, which makes this an American widgeon. And we have 3 in this picture, and all of them are the same species. You can see very much like female mallards, but extremely dark. These are American black ducks. And on this one, you can see the sort of tan color of the body, along with the dark gray head and bill, and then there's a white patch here at the hip, and also this white crescent at the front of the face, which makes this a blue-winged teal. Next up we can see the sort of grayish and brown plumage, along with the sort of square head shape with a dark bill and also a lot of black here at the rear of the bird, making this a gadwall. And this one is a little more distant, but we can see the overall sort of pinkish color of the side with more of this white in the hip area. You can also see a relatively plain face, but it has white in the forehead area, making this an American widgeon. And on this one we have a female plumage with this dark bill, and the bill is somewhat long. It also has white around the eyes, sort of with the eye line making eye arcs, and also you can see a little bit of pale color here towards the base of the bill, which makes this a blue-winged teal. And for this one, notice the relatively steep forehead and somewhat flat top of the head, giving it a sort of square appearance. And you can see the bill is dark in the center with orange around the edge, which makes this a gadwall. On this one, notice the fairly compact body, along with the fairly small bill that definitely has a bit of a curve as it transitions into the forehead. And you can also see this sort of buffy streak back near the tail, which makes this a green-winged teal. And on this one we have sort of that generic female plumage, and you can see the orange bill with a lot of messy dark patches, and you can also see a little bit of purple and white in the speculum. This is a female mallard. This one is a little bit distant, but we can see this big patch of rufous here in the middle of the body with white behind that and in front of it, sort of a green head, and this very large bill, which makes this a northern shoveler. And this one is pretty compact. It has a fairly small bill that definitely has a bit of a curve as it transitions into the forehead. You can also see the face doesn't really have any white near the eye, and you can also see this little patch of green here in the wing. This is a green-winged teal. And last we have this bird that's sort of tucked in, so you can see the head is facing this way, but the body is facing this way. And you can see this large amount of white around the eye, and also this sort of messy crest out the back of the head, which makes this a wood duck. Let me know in the comments how you did, and if you enjoy ID quizzes, I do an ID quiz email every single day. That's at lycobirds.com/email. It's free and easy to unsubscribe at any time. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.